Hey, everybody, this is Lee Aaron, and you're watching CMS TV.
That's what you played it for Pride Month, right, Neeley?
Yeah, of course. Well, you know, the Triumph and Rush were always kind of like, you know, rivals, I guess, from Canadian rock. The trios from Canada.
Right.
It was always Rush or Triumph. You know, obviously Rush was the more dominant band.
Sure.
But
it's heavier than that, right? Most of their stuff was heavier
a lot of their stuff. I mean, a lot of people mistook Triumph for Rush and vice versa. Yeah, because they did have a very similar sound for much of their career.
Right.
And then, you know, the Triumph broke up and Rush continued on. So of course Rush had the more dominant career than Triumph, but early on, they were often compared to each other.
Dude, I think I said this once on the show, and if not, I'm saying it for first time, but it's the honest to God's truth. Lay It on the Line. I thought that was a Rush song until I ended up on the CMS. I did not know that it was I had no knowledge at all of Triumph. I don't know how I missed them. They were popular, somewhat popular in the 80s, right?
Mostly in the 70s into the 80s.
All right. Maybe I just missed them because I went straight to hair metal or something, but
okay.
Yeah, I didn't know anything because I remember you were playing it one time and you said that was Triumph, and I was like, Triumph? I was like, I don't know that at all. And I had to look it up, and then sure enough, it was. I was like, yeah, you know, wow, guess I learned something.
Well, I thought it was fun, you know, years ago when we had Rick Emick on the show. And we, you know, of course, our you know, long time ago, our friend Evil Batman, who always requested Triumph.
Yeah.
We had Rick Emick, you know, do a little bumper or a little thing for Evil Batman.
Right.
Because he always said, or some Triumph.
He always had like weird, he'd be like, I'd like to hear some Metallica or Megadeth or Triumph.
or some Triumph.
Some Triumph.
So yeah, it was kind of fun. And the thing is that, you know, as far as Canada is concerned, you know, Triumph is one of the preeminent rock bands up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they had, you know, they had some success, and, you know, obviously we know who they are and, you know, what they've done and so on and so forth. But, you know, they didn't quite have the career that, you know, again, we mentioned Rush. They didn't quite have the career that Rush had.
There's a lot of those Canadian bands that did that same thing, like Corey Hart, Aldo Nova, Honeymoon Suite,
Kick-Axe.
You know, there's just a lot of those bands and isn't like one of the biggest bands ever from Canada, the Manic Street Preachers? Aren't they from Canada? Or maybe they're England. I don't know.
No, that was
or Tragically Hip.
Tragically Hip. They were really big up there.
And here they were like a 3,000 seat band.
Maybe. Yeah, until their lead singer died.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird how, you know, those Canadian bands just never could, like Annihilator. As good as Annihilator is, how could they never have broken through when lesser bands did? You know, that's what's crazy to me. I think Annihilator is fantastic. Look at Helix. I loved Helix. Helix was another one. Couldn't really fully get it all the way over here. You know, Kim Mitchell. I always crack up when I see on Trailer Park Boys, they're in the woods and he throws in an 8-track of Kim Mitchell. He's like, dude, we're rocking Mitchell, man. It's like, rocking Mitchell. That shit that never happened here one time in America.
Sure.
But they were rocking Mitchell, man.